So welcome back, guys. For this week, it's still on the wiring. Not many has been done since the last time I have done this. So let's continue the work. The first casualty in the cables. Actually, it's good that I found it now rather than later. Actually, this is one of the connectors from the connector to the controller, which needs a 90-degree bend, which I did not bend it before I crimped it. So I've already crimped it, insulated it quite properly before I got it into this shape, and I've just tried to bend it on a vise. Perhaps because of time, I was rushing a little bit, and also I more or less forgot about what my techniques were in the initial stages when I first done this. My advice to you guys who might be bending the lugs on the connectors, my advice is to shape the lugs before you crimp it on. That way you will have a better grip, and also the angle of the hammer, you could actually see it quite properly before you bend it to an angle, then you crimp it. That would be a much safer process than to have it in the cable and you bend it and you end up something like this, which I would not want it to be in the car in any way, if possible. So I'm redoing this section again. I have a new shaped up lug now. Recream that and put that back into the car. So the finally the secondary contactor terminal is now fixed on, so that would provide the negative, I think, to the controller. So both the controllers are in, the out negative, sorry, this should be the positive. So this is the out to the motor. It's all done up. Just another things that I've came across when I'm doing this is, well, you are bound to have some connections or some interconnections. I don't know how you term it, like the pre-charge resistor, and power source for the DC-DC converter, and why not, So what you will have is actually the what I've done is actually I try to use the thicker cable lugs to go flush on the contact points as possible, and the little ones actually goes in between, and that is the reason why you can see a little gap here. Well, the last portion I would add on a full washer, because this is an M10, what Albright standard is. This is M10, so M10, there is no way a lug that is at this for this wire size could fit into a M10. So you either cut it into half or make it into Y shape, and you will end up with a sort of gap. And the best thing is to add on the last section just before the spring washer. This is the spring washer, the thicker one is the spring washer. Just a thin piece of maybe a stainless steel washer or something, just to make a flush contact. That should solve the problems. Same thing I've also done here. I've also done the same thing down here, added in stainless steel washer just before the spring washer. Well, next on the next set of problems would be, this one could be a M6 nut that would need to go into a M10 on the shunt. So some hole enlargement process to be done here. So here goes. Well, you can see that I take quite a precaution on doing this hole enlarging process. Number one is because the copper, as you know, copper are really not that tough sort of material, and because of that I do want to have a firm grip without of course putting risk on my fingers, you know. So I'll risk my old weathered wires, and so I'll clamp it here with some help of the old rubber tubes, you know, leftover rubber tubes. I have some of them. So clamp it properly and put it on the drill bench. So we'll see, I'll show you what normally will happen. That is why I've mentioned earlier the caution required for this to happen. So here you go, both the holes, one side for the M10, the other side for the M8, on the breaker and also on the shunt. It's all done, and just before I fix it up, I think I would like to remove more of this insulation. As you can see, the insulation is on the way. So for the M10 I would remove some of it, perhaps on the M8 just a touch of removal, just to make sure the whole thing get a good nice contact surface on the face breaker. We have a problem. The washer's too big for the lug. Let's look for a solution then. Here goes try number 3. This couldn't be happening. With the magnetic contactor terminals done, next on the list would be from the slow burning fuse, that is the positive terminal. So make this joint here to get to the DINS connector. I have prepared this some time ago with the maybe last 2 weeks ago when I was doing the high power cable. This would be the small little extras that I've cut out from. So from that I've made the DINS connector for the positive battery positive to the slow blowing fuse. So just to add a lug on the back here. The DINS connector positive section is done. Now I was halfway doing the positive from this fuse terminal drop down to the amateur 1. So this would be the cable that would drop down to the motor. I was halfway doing it. I've only done maybe 90% of one side. I have another side which I've not started even. Then suddenly the weather changed. It's gonna be quite heavy, so I would leave it to here. I'll continue the work and hope for fair weather tomorrow morning then. Well, last evening during the thunderstorm, I've finished doing this whole piece of cable for the motor to the positive terminal of the controller. So let's test it out then. That would be fixed. That will be fixed together with the positive battery positive. So all this would be connected via the fuse. Holy cow! Just as I was making this, drizzling starts again. Well, during the rain I have made the negative cable for the motor also. So now both the positive and negative could easily be differentiated. So it does not need to take a genius to identify which is the positive and which is the negative now. So let's test this out on the car. So the positive terminal to the motor just connected instead of on the controller terminal, I've contacted it on the contactor terminal. Its function is the same, and what you call it gives a smoother flow to the cable. That's all. That is why the reason I am putting it there, and it comes out down here to the motor and into the S. That's not the S2. Actually, I flipped the ring. That's why you could see the A2 terminal, which is wrong. That is actually the A1 terminal. I just flipped the ring, which the sticker happens to be on. So I've put in the cable there. The cable is mounted and screwed on permanently. So what I did was I used some old rubber tube, make a cover of sort, wrap around this terminal, so this would keep on any form of moisture or direct dust or whatever, because the older one, which is down here, which is not covered, and it's not best of condition. some little bit of oxidation, you know, just laying there for maybe about 65 weeks. No, not that long, maybe 40 weeks or so. So that's why I came up with this. I use a tube to cover, just to cover around it. Hopefully that should slow down the rates of things, you know. The motor negative is connected here. Then I've insulated using an old you know, tubes. I've made some cover of sort so that could protect some good amount of rubber, sorry, dust, to protect the dust from getting the contacts, and that should make things a little bit nicer and last a little bit longer, I hope. So the controller or the connections on the board are actually all done up. Let's not get too excited in putting the high current. Of course, the high current could pass through. Both the connections are all in, signals and everything is in, but let's not get ahead of myself. I still have these are the two connectors which need to go into the 12-volt battery from the what do you call the charger, the 12-volt charger. So that would still need some quick connection to be done. Other than that, it's all done right around here. So I've cleared out the mess. I hope that is how it would look like in operation. And weatherman's again here, so it's gonna, I don't know how bad the rain's gonna be. It's been the whole 3 days in a row, late evening rain. So I think it's the same for today. So I'm gonna leave you guys here. I'll continue to work. I still need to make a hanger of sort to just reroute the conduit a little bit, so I could have I could have the both the terminals, the positive and the negative terminals, right about there. So I'll see you guys next week. Okay, take care. Hopefully by next week I should have the brakes and wheels back on the car.